Alright guys, alright. We are here, we're back yet today, a little later than would like to be, but I've been cleaning and yeah, shit. So let's just jump straight into it. Let's talk about Dave Chappelle. Because I've actually watched this. I watched the actual Netflix special. It's called The Closer. It's actually really, really good. It goes for over an hour. It has a really, really good story at the end. No spoilers though. But the LGBTQ plus AMPV, MDZV, whatever community, the alphabet people we like to call them, they are in an uproar. They are furious with this new special. They are threatening to cancel David Chappelle. They want him gone from Netflix. Now, the really, really, really funny thing is they have not realized this is his last of his special. You're literally trying to cancel the guy on his last show. Well done. Great, smart move. He literally says in the show, in the first 5 minutes, this is my last special for a while, for a minute, he says. So he'll be back at some other stage, but he had a contract with Netflix to do 3. He's done those 3 specials. And obviously the closer was the last one because obviously the closing. But it just goes to show how much these people that are in an uproar actually tune in to watch these shows. Because they obviously don't realize this is his last show. And they're threatening to cancel him when it's his last show. What? Anyway, moving along. So LGBT advocate groups blast Dave Chappelle over transphobic gags on the new Netflix special and call for the streamer to pull the show. Pull the show probably makes more sense than cancelling him, but anyway. With trans dear white people, producer vowing to boycott the platform. You do realise, right, you're talking about people discriminating against people while your show is literally dear white people. Oh, but it's different when we do it because we're a minority. We're punching up. We're not punching down. Right? But yeah, Dave Chappelle is getting an online lashing from the LGBT community. And he probably doesn't care, mind you. But anyway, for making transphobic remarks in his latest Netflix special, with some advocacy groups calling for the streaming service to axe his show. You really think Netflix is going to pull the show? He's already got the money. He's got the money in the bag. You think Netflix is going to be like, well, we might take a hit on this, X $1 million contract that we have. Sure. Dave Jones, executive director of the National Black Justice Coalition, asked Netflix to apologize to the transgender community and pull The Closer from its streaming service. They literally are trying to make a black guy unemployed while claiming they care about black people. Right? Yeah, great. We do not condone violence against any members of our community, and our feelings and existence as trans, queer, non-binary, conforming people matter too, Jones said in the statement. Who really cares what this guy has to say? Does anyone care what this guy has to say? Because I sure as shit don't. What's been missed at this moment is the extreme rate at which black trans women are murdered annually. All of this to say we should think and engage in more critically so that we can all get free. What? What's been missed at this point is the extreme rate at which black trans women are being murdered. Show me the stats. I'd love to see the stats on that. Annually. All this is to say we should think and engage more critically so we can all get free. Get free what? What are you talking about when you're saying get... Did they miss a part of your sentence or something? What are you talking about? During his 6th Netflix special... Okay, I thought it was 6. Chappelle said women view trans women the way black people view white people wearing blackface. It's kind of true. Dave Chappelle's brand has come synonymous with ridiculing trans people and other marginalized communities. Negative reviews and views loudly condemning his latest special is a message to the industry that audiences don't support platforming anti-LGBT diatribe. We agree. Yeah, the problem with that is how many people have tuned into his special. If you think nobody likes this brand of comedy, why are you trying to cancel him? If nobody likes this brand of comedy, then nobody would be watching it. So at the end of the day, guess what? You wouldn't have to worry about cancelling him. You only try and cancel people if they're popular, right? I don't have a lot of people coming after me because I'm a small YouTube channel. I guarantee you, if I had a million views, or 500,000 views, or 200,000 views a video, I would have a lot more people trying to throw shit at me. Because I am popular. Guess what? So is Dave Chappelle. He packs an audience. And by the way, he actually says in the special that he's not going to make jokes about the LGBT community anymore. And this was filmed long before this outrage. So it just goes to show they really haven't watched it. They don't know that he's actually finishing up his 6-part special. He's basically said that he's taking a break from comedy for a moment. And he's also said he's not going to go making any more jokes, right? Which is what you think they would want. But instead of sitting there actually watching it and then threatening to boycott it, they're like, oh, we're going to boycott this. Guess what? You can't boycott what you don't watch. Oh, the stupidity of this argument. It's like me threatening to boycott women's underwear. Guess what? I don't wear it. It's like me threatening to boycott Pepsi. Guess what? I don't drink it. It's like me threatening to boycott, I don't know, whatever, makeup. Guess what? Don't wear it. It's not going to make a difference if I threaten to boycott it or not. But regardless, he said women are entitled to feel anger towards trans women since Caitlyn Jenner won Glamour Magazine's 2015 Woman of the Year award. It's true. Guess what? Woman of the Year was misplaced or taken down by a person that was born male. I love Caitlyn Jenner. I love the fact that she was sticking up for California. You go, girl. And I'll call her that. I'll say that she's a trans woman. She's a girl, right? Fine. But here's the facts. When she was born with a pee-pee and a prostate. And I'm pretty sure she still has that prostate. So, here's the case. You have a woman being misplaced off the Woman of the Year by Caitlyn Jenner. Guess what? Women weightlifting. Guess who's winning that all the time? Guess who's always winning? Guess what? It ain't a person that was born a woman from birth. Well, we have to say that now because otherwise we get in trouble, right? So, yeah, how many gold medals, how many silver medals, how many bronze medals have been lost because of people like the trans weightlifter? Like, who's the second or third best weightlifter in the world? But whatever her name is. But most people will know her more than the other people. And when she was male, she competed as a male weightlifter and did nothing special. It's only she started winning when she crossed over to the women's division. Because she's trans. You know? I'd be mad as shit if I was a woman, Chappelle said. He also joked about the anatomy of trans women, joking that they lack real female reproductive organs. They do. Newsflash. And they did not have blood, but beef juice. I must admit, I cracked up laughing when I heard that one. His jokes also didn't sit well with the American leading LGBT advocate group, GLAAD. which, it's weird because their name's literally glad, but they're always upset. It doesn't make sense. Which issued a scathing statement about his stand-up routine. David Chappelle's brand has become synonymous with ridiculing trans people and other marginalized communities, Glad retweeted. By the way, he also took a lot of shots at white people. He took shots at everyone. Guess what? I wasn't sitting there butt-hurting over it. You'd think you'd be used to being butt-hurt, but regardless. The negative reviews and viewers loudly condemning his latest special is a message to industry that audiences don't support platforming anti-LGBT diatribes. By the way, also he says in the special that Twitter is not a real place and he doesn't care if the Twitter mobs get upset. So good luck with that. Dear White People showrunner Jacqueline Moore, who's a transgender, said she'll boycott Netflix for continuing to put out a profit and blatantly dangerous transphobic content. Okay, off you go. Have fun. I love so many of the people I've worked with on Netflix, Moore retweeted. Brilliant people, executives who have been collabed and fought for important art, but I've been thrown against the walls because I'm not a real woman and I've had beer bottles thrown at me. So Netflix, I'm done. And that's upsetting, obviously. Don't go throwing beer bottles at trans women. Don't go throwing beer bottles at anyone. Should be a statement that we have to say. But regardless. But here's the thing. She ain't going to stop watching Netflix. I guarantee you she will not keep this going. I guarantee you when the next season comes out, she's going to be back in that studio filming those videos. And if she doesn't, and I'm wrong, good on her for standing up herself. Good for you for making yourself unemployed, for standing up to your rights. You have conviction, and I'm being serious when I say that. You have conviction. You go, girl. Right? But I would be very, very surprised if she actually did. So, NPR TV critic Eric Dangan said Chappelle also ventured into anti-Semitism during his routine by currently pitching a movie called Space Jews. I thought it was funny too. About a diatribe of a former Earthling who returned to the planet to take it over. I don't really care what the point he's trying to make, Duggan wrote. It's a joke that sounds like an anti-Semitism gets a hard pass from me. Yeah. The sister of Dwayne Dorman, a transgender friend of Chappelle who died by suicide in 2009, said they were appalled at the suggestions the comedian was transphobic. Wow, she was actually really, really hot. Delphine was awe of Dave's graciousness. His sister Becky told the Daily Beast she did not find his jokes rude, crude, off-colouring, off-putting, or anything. Delphine understood the humour and comedy and she was not offended. Why would her family be offended? Guess what? She was a comedian. Who, by the way, stood up for Dave Chappelle at the last time he did a special and then got lynched by the Twitter mob and then chuck herself off a rooftop. Now, can we say it was the public bashing from Twitter that did it? Probably not. There's no way we'd know for sure, unless there was like a note. But at the end of the day, I'm guessing, and I'm going to steal Dave Chappelle's line here, I'm guessing it sure as shit didn't help. You know, for a bunch of people that claim to be trans rights matters, you didn't care about that one, did you? Her young sister, Brandy, told the Daily Beast that Chappelle is an ally to the LGBT community. She said that his entire set was begging to end ending this serious situation. Chappelle's family said she also appreciated that humor was about the ability to offend everyone equally, which is what I just said. He basically took shots at everyone. Chappelle was spotted emerging from Hollywood's Peppermint Club on Wednesday evening in the wake of the controversy surrounding the community. The comedian, 48, kept a low profile as he left the Hollywood club while puffing a cigarette shortly after he enthusiastically backed J.K. Rowling in her spat with the transgender community, saying he is Team TERF. TERF stands for trans exclusionary radical feminist. The term used to apply to cisgender women born with sex they continue to identify with, who do not think transgender women should have equal across the female space. So, looking solemn, the funny man was flanked by his aides, and maintained a steady expression as the scandal raged on about his late thoughts. During the closer, he joked about JK's role in 2019 argument that the transgender women were not actually women and that was a threat to her identity. JK Rowling, 56, received a slew of hate messages and death threats from the people that are claiming to be, all about tolerance, mind you, for her comments on sex and gender with RIPJ. They're literally advocating for her death with a hashtag. These are supposedly the people that are all about, we're all about trans rights and we're all about women's rights and we're all about love and peace and equality. Oh, by the way, JP Rowling, go kill yourself. Sort of thing, right? Trending on social media last year. She was labelled a TERF, we already know what that is. And Chappelle said he embraced the label, I'm Team TERF. I agree. Man, gender is a fact. Chappelle's earlier backlash for his jokes with the trans actress Taylor Ashbrook, tweeting, as a trans woman, I have usually defended Dave Chappelle's specials because I think they're hilarious and his jokes about trans women never felt intentionally malice. The closer changed my mind on that. The special feels so lazy and disingenuous and I'm really disappointed. So, venture writer Catherine Ann Van Dock also tweeted, by the way, have you noticed? All these are tweets. It's literally the Twitterverse. Getting their panties in a bunch because something that Dave Chappelle says in real life, when guess what? Twitter's not real! Venture writer Catherine Advandock, I might be mispronouncing, also tweeted, I have to believe by this point that even the most devoted Chappelle audience would love to hear material on something other than his obsession with trans bodies. Another Twitter user with the handle, this guy here, even accused Chappelle of being Trump-like in the new special. That says more about your understanding of what Trump is, but anyway. Dave Chappelle spent more time in jokes on gay and trans people than he did white people. Oh no, there wasn't equality in the jokes that he was telling against white people. He bashed white people pretty hard, by the way. So, anyway. They're supposed to people all these jokes are directed at. The dude has reached Trump-level gaslighting in the closer. So, the supposed people all these jokes are directed at. So you're upset because not all these jokes were against white people? What does that say about you? Rowling was not the only victim of the cancel culture that Chappelle mentioned as he brought up the cases of Eric Coast rapper Jonathan Lindell Kurt. Chappelle criticized the public push to cancel Kurt after he made a transphobic comments at a recent Miami music festival about people with HIV and AIDS, rather than choosing to cancel him for his alleged involvement in a 2018 shooting that left a 19-year-old dead. But Baby shot and killed a man in Walmart in North Carolina. Nothing bad happens to his career, Chappelle says. Do you see where I'm going with this? In our country, you can shoot and kill a man, but you better not hurt a gay person's feelings. And he's right. Charges against Kurt were dropped in 2019 after a key witness failed to show up to testify in court. Fox News reported that Kurt claimed that he had been defending himself from being robbed by the 19-year-old Jacqueline Craig. This is not the first time that Chappelle has targeted drama in the trans community during his stand-up. 2019, Chappelle received backlash for the alleged transphobic remarks he made during Sticks and Stones. During the latest stand-up special, which is set to be his last before it goes on break, like I was saying, Chappelle said that he would not be doing any more LGBT jokes as long as the community stops trying to cancel black men for making derogatory remarks. Well, obviously that failed, didn't it? Until we are both sure that we're laughing together, I'm telling you, I'm done. I'm done talking about it with all of your community, with the humility. Will you please stop punching down on my people? Chappelle is not the first to defend Rowling. Last year, a collection of over 50 actors, waiters, playwrights, journalists joined together to pen a letter in response to hate speech directed against Rowling. And blah, 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 blah. So at the end of the day, look, like I said, I saw the special. I thought it was really, really well done. Like I said, it is literally his last one before he goes on break. So I don't get why they're trying to cancel him. But okay, off you go, have fun. But you know, like I say, at the end of the day, what are they going to do? Remove the special from Netflix? Okay, I'm sure Netflix will do that. But anyway, apart from that, guys, like I say, I think this is absolutely stupid. And like he said, he doesn't think that the internet, or the Twitterverse especially, is a real place. So he doesn't really care what Twitter has to say. And then all these people are upset are from Twitter. So do you really think he's going to care what you have to say? Probably not. But guys, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Did you go through and did you watch it? Did you think it was a good special? Or did you think at the end of the day that it was a bad and he was punching down on the LGBT alphabet people? I didn't have a problem with it. Like I said, he attacked white people in there as much as anybody else. And at the end of the day, I think at the end of the day, if I can sit there and can laugh when he's taking shots at white people, you can sit there and laugh when he's taking jokes at the LGBT community. And not to mention the fact that, like I said, he also said that he was done telling jokes about them. So, you know. Yeah, but it was only as long as you stopped punching on his people, which you didn't do. You know, if you were really worried, or if you really wanted him to stop joking and making jokes about the LGBT community, best thing that you could have done was just let this go. But you're probably not, are you? Let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. At the end of the day, guys, obviously, if you think, just let us know what you think. I really am interested in it. To be honest, I didn't think it was that bad. But, you know, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Obviously, this video has been helpful. Please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video tomorrow. Have a great night. Enjoy yourself, and we'll see you then.